So as discussed, the background of the song is about being worn in, not worn out. And it's also about respecting experience and the value that can bring. So as a related question, are there experiences you've had as an artist that might have tested you or like worn you out, but which turned out to be beneficial?
Great question. I think just more so the resilience of having to pick yourself up, the nose you get, the moments where you think you're going to get that gig or the lineup or the playlist or something, and when they don't happen, you can get a little bit, oh, like,
Mm.
really, like, why is this not happening? Or, I thought I'd be here by now. And sometimes just the pressure you put on yourself that you do feel that bit of worn out, I guess. You feel a little worn out. And then on the flip side, when you're out and about, you're busy and doing it all, you feel very worn out as well. So I think it's more so just the resilience that I've had to overcome in times of, feeling that bit of doubt about your career and going, is this working? Is it worth it? But, you picking yourself up, persevering, keeping going. And like, no, this is all part of the bigger picture. It's all part of the story. You're always going to get more no's than yeses anyway, and just keep going.
Hmm. So when you have an idea for a song, do you set aside time to complete that song? Or are you a regular songwriter? Are you sitting there and just writing down ideas? Some people would subscribe to the morning pages theory of writing, which is you set aside time regularly and then just write whatever comes up. So tell us about your writing process.
A very irregular schedule, I will say, in my writing. I'm definitely a bit more of a project writer. Like when I've got a project that I'm working towards or wanting a new single, that's when I'll kind of buckle down and get on with it. Then in the gaps, I kind of let myself have those gaps. I still obviously am always looking for ideas and listening out and writing things that come, but not so much sit down and really flesh things out unless I go, oh, I really feel that one. I probably should write more because it would be great for discipline. you know, but I also enjoy having those moments where you're like, oh, I'm not thinking about that now. I'm thinking more about this, or I'm thinking more about that. And like using the different avenues of creativity, I guess, as well. So you're kind of exercising all the different parts. But then when getting on writing projects and getting on Zoom with other co-writers and things like that, it's like you throw in the zone, you really buckle down and, I guess get on with it more or less.
And it's also important to know your own nature as a writer, and some people need to do it regularly, some people don't. And I'm also a subscriber to the belief that for any creative work, the brain's often working on things behind the scenes. So even though you may not be doing it all the time, the fact that you can apply yourself and do it when you need to means that things have just been humming away back there.
Oh, I think so, totally. And sometimes when you leave ideas even and then come back to them, like I probably wrote the worn in idea down, a little bit before, and then, sometimes it might be weeks or it might be months. Like some songs ideas sit for a bit, and then when you come back to it, you're like, oh, now it works. I think time, sometimes your brain, you never know, it picks up different things, experiences, things you see, and then you can pull it all together in the moment when it's right.
Yeah.